Today we're going to compare three very popular models from the Barista line from Breville or Sage, depending on where you live in the world. This is the Barista Express, this is the Barista Express Impress, and this is the Barista Pro. Now they all have slightly different price points and slightly different features. So in this video, we're just going to take a look at the different features so that hopefully you guys can decide which one is the most interesting one for you guys. So let's begin startup time. The Barista Express and Express Impress both have the older thermocoil technology that does take about 30 seconds to start up, whereas the Barista Pro has got the thermojet technology, which is just a couple of seconds. Not bad. So if you want your caffeine fix really quickly in the morning, then the Barista Pro is definitely the fastest of the machines. Something else to consider, however, is how well the machine is warmed up. And these machines, if you think about standby time, they all turn off after 20 minutes of not being in use. Unfortunately, you cannot change that. But if you use them within that time, that will extend the time that they are on, which is good because these two machines, the Express and Express Impress, will eventually start to actually heat the brew group, which is a good thing. That does help, in my opinion, to get a slightly better extraction. The Barista Pro does not have that feature of warming the brew group, unfortunately. Another thing that you'll notice is different is that the Express and Express Impress models both have a manometer, which is very nice so that you can see how much pressure you're getting on your extraction. The Pro model does not have that feature. Instead, it's got a display. Now, the thing is, the display is also very nice. It's got big advantages because you can, for example, set the temperature very easily on this machine. You can set the temperature on all three of the Barista models, but this one you just see on the screen what the temperature is and how you're adjusting it. The Express and Express Impress models, on the other hand, you have to turn the machines off, hold a certain button combination, and then choose it based on whichever one of these buttons that you're pressing. So certainly the Barista Pro is the most intuitive machine to use, in my opinion. Now, these grinders all look quite similar on top. And one of the nice things is you can just remove the grinder hopper like that. So if you would buy another hopper, you could maybe put decaf in one of them, for example. That's a nice thing that all of them share as a commonality. They do differ slightly in the grinder adjustment. So on the original model, the Barista Express, you just got 15 clicks, and it is a stepped grinder. On the Express Impress, you've got 25 clicks, so that's a bit better resolution. And on the Pro model, you've actually got a stepless adjustment, and that is quite nice. So from a grinder perspective, I would say that the Barista Pro wins on that point. Now, something else to mention that's important, and I don't think that this is very well known, but the Express and Express Impress models both have something that I like to call soft pre-infusion. So if I just hold the button down, it's going to go into a soft pre-infusion for up to 60 seconds. And that is nice. That's going to give you, in my opinion, a more gentle shot. It's going to make it more well-rounded. And you can play with that. Up to 60 seconds, you got that soft pre-infusion. And then it goes to full pump power. The Barista Pro model can only do that up to 10 seconds. So that is a limitation on the Barista Pro.
Getting value from this video? Please take a moment to like and subscribe.
Now, these all do share very similar kind of nicety features. Features to remind you to clean or descale, for example. Currently, the Barista Pro is telling me that I got a back flush, and my Barista Express is telling me that I have to clean it as well, which means back flush with some of that detergent. So it's a nice feature that all of them share, that they remind you to do those things that's important for the longevity of your machines. Something else from a standpoint of usage, both the Express and Express Impress models unfortunately omitted a water sensor on their tanks. So if you remove it, it doesn't notice that. And also, if you forget to fill up the tank, well, you might be mid-shot and then it suddenly runs out of water. And that is quite annoying. The Barista Pro, on the other hand, does include a water sensor right here. So that is really, really good in my opinion. So plus point for the Barista Pro, for the inclusion of the water sensor. Let's talk about milk steaming. So they all have these really nice articulating steam wands. You see that you can move them all around whatever angle that you want. They got a good depth on them. They're really nice and ergonomic for steaming, as is the one on the Barista Pro. All very nice. These two on the Express and Express Impress models, they have just a single tip, and they also take a fair amount longer to get up to steam pressure. Now on the Barista Pro, you've got a 4-hole steam tip, and it's more powerful and is also quicker to get up to temperature or pressure. Let's take a look. Hopefully I don't blow a fuse. Okay, you can see the Barista Pro is already ready. Okay, now the Express. And Express Impress. And that sound also reminds me, you can hear that on both the Express and Express Impress, they have to run water for longer after steaming to cool down that thermocoil compared to the Barista Pro, which uses less water to cool down the thermojet. So the thermojet is a smaller, more of like a pancake kind of heater, whereas these two are larger heaters requiring more water to cool them down, which means you're going to have to empty these trays more often. Now, something else to mention about all three of these machines that they do share in common is that they all use 54mm accessories. So, for example, the portafilter is 54mm, which means that the basket that fits inside here, the inside diameter of the basket is 54mm. So, in addition, the tampers are 54mm, and everything involved with these machines is on the 54mm brew group basis. So something else to mention that's very cool about the Impress models, including this Express Impress and Touch Impress, is that it comes with this really nice tamper here on the side that does make everything a bit cleaner and easier. It's also got the adaptive dosing, by the way, which means that based on the depth of the plunger of the tamper, it's going to know if it dosed enough or not and adjust for the next time. Very nice. Let's try it out. All right, so it's telling me I can use just a little more, so I'll dose just a little more. Excellent. All right, so I would say those are the main features that I consider with these models. Now I'm curious for you guys, which of these features is important to you and which of these models do you think fits for you the best? One last thing to consider are colors. So you can get them in various colors. This one's jet black. This one is, I think it's called sea salt, which is like a pearly white, very pretty. This is the standard stainless steel. I think they're all nice. My favorite is probably the sea salt. Anyway, thanks very much for watching the video, and if you'd like more in-depth reviews, I've done one on each of these three machines. Check it out. I'm going to post them at the end of the video and in the video description. I also put links to each of these machines in the video description as well. Thanks for being with me, and until next time, I say happy coffee drinking and happy espresso drinking. Bye now.